This is the lesson for ninth grade world history on Monday, November 7th, and it's because I forgot to record this, so this is an alternate recording. Our essential question today is what major crises occurred in Western Europe during the 14th century, and what were the long-term consequences? Our lesson today is about crises in the Middle Ages, and today we're analyzing some major world health crises so we can understand their long-term consequences. You'll show your understanding by completing a compare and contrast assignment to compare a more recent world health crisis with the Black Death, and you will get some choices for that comparison. I would suggest some notes for this lesson. This is an example if you need to pause to set up your notes in this way, or if you're doing them digitally, that's an option as well. In your lesson today, in lesson 5.12, it talked about different crises that led to changes in Europe, such as the upheaval in the church, the 100 Years' War, the Black Death, the Little Ice Age, and then one of the leaders at the time, Joan of Arc. It won't be this link that's on the screen, but I will provide you with a link that you can use to watch this TED Ed video. It's an interactive video about the Black Death. The assignment for our lesson today that we started in class, but you will finish it on your own, is about global health and pandemics. I will walk through this with you, but basically you are going to go to your OMHS to 5.12, which is your lesson for today, and you're going to go to the page that is called Read Global Health and Pandemics and choose one of the articles. After you have read that article and taken some notes about some of the key ideas from that article, you're going to compare and contrast that topic with what you learned about the Black Death. You can use notes from the video that's earlier from this lesson, or you can use your textbook on pages 346 to 348 to learn more about the Black Death. And I would definitely look at page, I believe it's 348. There is a primary source document that's a person's reflection and recollection about living through that period of time of the Black Death, or the bubonic plague, as it's also known by. But you're going to compare and contrast the Black Death with the article topic with at least 3 similarities and 5 differences. You can do this in a Venn diagram or a chart. If you have a Venn diagram, of course, you're going to have your article on one side, Black Death on the other side. You'll have 5 differences for each of those, and then you'll put your similarities in the middle. You can also choose to do a chart where you have your article differences, Black Death differences, and then similarities, 3 similarities at least between the two. You can also write this in paragraph form, just as long as you have the requirements for the assignment. So to get to your lesson in 5.12 for the reading, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to the lesson 5.12, Crises. And if I look in my content tab, this is where I would see it. And then this was your reading for today, the lesson introduction, the reading from the textbook, some learning, and then the articles that you're going to choose from are in this part, Read Global Health and Pandemics. Or you can get to them from another place and I will show that to you. You do have a quiz on this lesson, and then you have this graded assignment, Global Health and Pandemics. I'm going to click on that, and it will show you the articles that you can choose from. This is the link to the video, which is different than the link that's in the slides that I just showed you, although it is correct now in this assignment. And then here's a screenshot of the directions. And then you will turn this in by uploading your document or photo to this assignment. The articles to choose from, I'm going to go to that link. And it's taking you to the page Global Health and Pandemics. You're going to click on Read It on Newsela. And then you'll see that you have 5 different options. One is about the 1918 flu pandemic that killed millions, and that's one that we heard about during the COVID pandemic quite frequently, some comparisons to that. The next article is about a Taiwanese woman who recovered from the first case of H6N1 bird flu in a human. There is an article about how cholera spread quickly through Haiti in 2010. An article about bringing COVID-19 vaccines to much of the world, and an article about how the World Health Organization endorses the world's first malaria vaccine as a historic moment. So you'll choose one of those 5 articles to use for this assignment. And again, after you have read your article and made some notes, you want to compare it with characteristics of the Black Death.